Well, we're at Walmart now, so we talk about Walmart parking lots all the time in class, and we got trucks going by, and there's a ton of traffic today, which is actually pretty. I guess I'm not terribly surprised.
No, because when I come shopping over here, because this is the Walmart I do our grocery shopping at.
Right, and I mean it is a holiday today. But, we look at the area, Walmart parking lots are busy.
Yes.
I mean, even if you see a Walmart parking lot that isn't regularly busy, you're probably in a really bad area, and that Walmart's probably not going to last very long. But let's face it, Walmart draws a different clientele a lot of times, or it draws a very diverse clientele.
Because you've got both ends of the spectrum.
Right. So you got the people that are really super good people, just trying to save $1, and hey, who isn't, right?
Especially in this time.
Yep. And it's kind of one of those things that every little bit helps. But then we've got those that come in because this is barely what they can afford.
Yes.
And so now when we look at this, we've got a Sonic over here, which, I mean, let's face it,
Hey, don't mess with my Sonic.
I'm not messing with your Sonic, but Sonic draws a lot of traffic.
Yes, it does.
In particular up here, because we don't have very many of them up here.
No. I think there's only 2.
Yeah, I mean, Sonic's definitely a southern thing. So, we've got Sonic that draws a lot. We've got a couple of cell phone stores over here, and we got a Chipotle over here.
A GameStop.
A GameStop, which definitely draws some attention, right? All by a Walmart. So let's look at a risk assessment in this Walmart. So go ahead. I mean, you come in this store a lot, and through the pandemic, you were shopping here, and I was sitting in the car or sitting at the dojo. So,
well, I always try to park on the grocery side, even if that meant I had to go all the way over to the health and beauty side. I would do that first, then come back to the grocery side, because then it was closer to get out to the car versus parking over by the health and beauty, doing that and then doing the grocery. Also, because at one point the grocery side was the only side that was open. But I also like parking a little bit further away from the entrance. I know that probably sounds stupid, but I like giving myself a little bit more space.
Yep.
There is an exit most people don't know about that takes you directly on the 480 and to the turnpike. Most people don't know about it, I don't think, because they don't use it. But there are 2 entrances, 2 exits for the public in the front. There's lots of lanes, which you have to pay attention because some are 2-way, some are 1-way, and yeah, people don't follow the directions and go the wrong way. People cut across the parking lot. Yeah, we'll just leave it at that.
So with all the ins and outs in this shopping area,
it does make me uncomfortable sometimes.
Yeah, because we're right next to a major interstate
and the turnpike. It's one of the reasons why, when they were talking about only one person in the store at a time, that I chose to start carrying on body, and why on the weekends, even during the school year, I choose to carry on body, because then I have easy access to my firearm.
Yep. Well, and you just said that people don't pay attention to which directions, right? So we just had a car go out the wrong way, so now they're going to be YouTube famous because, all because they did something stupid.
Yeah.
And it's kind of one of those things that we have to look at, because if it is a one-way that does block, because people think, well, I need to go that way to get out. They don't think about, well, I'm in trouble and I can go either way if I'm in trouble. They think I got to go that way. And unfortunately, that can lead to some problems.
Mm-hmm. If I'm in trouble, I'm laying on the horn and I'm going whichever way I can.
Exactly.
Watch out.
Yep. So this is another one that last year I was sitting in the car. You were in shopping, and we had some guy that I don't know what he was up to, but there was a lady sitting in the car. She was on her phone, which with all her windows down, everything, not paying any attention to what was going on. And this guy literally leaned right in through her window, right in front of me. And it was kind of one of those things that it's like, wow. Well, all of a sudden, I don't know if he thought that the police all of a sudden were coming or what, but he jumped in a car that appeared out of nowhere and they were gone. So that comes up into that transitional space, because there is so many ins and outs in this shopping center, and that really is not necessarily the safest thing to do, because this Walmart is set back.
Yes.
It doesn't have, it's got access to the main road, but it doesn't really have immediate access. You have to kind of either go one way or another to get to it.
Yeah, you have to squirrel your way around.
Yeah. So now let's talk about the store a little bit.
It's gotten better, but now that I've finally gotten used to how they reorganized, they're doing it again, and it's driving me nuts.
Yeah.
For a while with the pandemic, it was one lane, one direction, and so you had to go up and down, or you were supposed to go up one way, down the other, and yeah, people didn't follow that, whatever. But for a while, people were giving each other space. Now, not so much. People are just crowding each other. So it's another reason why I like to have my firearm on me and my phone on me, because then if I need to have access to my phone, I have access to my phone. If I could fit my wallet in my pocket, even better. But sometimes I don't have enough pockets for everything.
Right.
But I try to get as close as I can to what I need, even if that means I'm directly in front of it, I'm blocking everyone else's way, get what I need, and then I keep going. I try not to walk across the aisle.
Right. And see, that's another reason we go back to paying attention to our world, staying out of the phone. And I see it all the time in this store, have for a long time, people just stuck in that phone and not paying attention to what's going on. They walk through the parking lot like that. We've seen it numerous times where they walk right out in the middle of traffic. They don't even know where they're walking. But when we look at the layout of the store too, I would imagine that most people don't know where the employee doors are in the store in case something happens.
No, they're all the way in the back.
Well,
there's one back by dairy. There's one over by like the toys and electronics. And then I think there's one over by tire, like the auto. And I'm sure there's probably another one, but
Yeah, you're right. They're typically in the back, but there's one on the side wall.
Oh yeah, over by
but
the
it's
cheese.
Back, but it's back by the dairy section.
Yeah,
it's not far from the other one.
Yeah.
So there's not a whole lot of options up front to get out.
Unless you went by customer service. I'm sure there's got to be something behind the desk of customer service.
Yeah, and then we've got the garden center and the auto shop. But other than that, it's like if something bad happens in this place, you're running quite a distance a lot of times to get out.
Yes.
So, know the layout of the stores and where you're shopping.
Make a paper list so you can stay out of your phone.
Yep. And just, pay attention, But again, it goes back to, like, at our last stop, making sure you've got your tools on you. Not everything's a gun problem.
No.
Sometimes just a good OC spray will deal with it. And sometimes just, being kind.
Yes.
And de-escalation with kindness. And not necessarily denying, like if you're dealing with somebody who's in a mental crisis, denying what they're seeing or feeling, but just kind of going, okay, yeah, I see that, or I understand, can definitely de-escalate and avoid things a whole lot. So, okay, next stop. Thanks, everybody.